Today, I'm going to share with you 10 signs that you're doing financially well, even if it doesn't feel like it, especially if you're a freelancer, someone starting your own small business, if you're a designer, videographer, copywriter. It's really easy for us to fall into a trap of thinking that we're always behind. You go on social media and you see people posting about the 10K month or people starting to buy their dream homes, and all of your wins suddenly feel really small. But here's the truth. You're probably doing better than you think. And financial success for people who are self-employed or not taking the conventional path, it rarely feels like success in the moment. And that's important to be aware of because it doesn't come with a neat payslip or a boss saying, well done, you get a raise and you get a promotion. You're really the one that's signing your own paychecks, you're reinvesting the profits, and you're weathering those storms. And the signs are often really subtle that you are on the right track. So here's a few underrated but very powerful clues that you're doing well, even if it doesn't feel that way yet. Number one sign is that you're not panicking when a client payment is late. And it's totally okay if you are in the beginning. I definitely was. In those beginning days, whenever a client would pay an invoice later than expected, it would kind of send me spiraling because I would start questioning myself. Is everything okay? Does the client not want to work with me anymore? And you start doubting your own skills. And progress means that finally now I've built enough financial cushioning in the form of recurring income, working on subscriptions and retainers with clients. And that really helps weather those small bumps. And even now, I still have clients who pay a little bit later, whether it's cash flow issues or things like that. But I'm able to sit back, be rational, and just kindly ask, is everything okay? And then usually it's just, like the card bounce and I'll pay you as soon as possible. And that is okay. Number two is you're saying no to work that doesn't excite you. Once upon a time, I also said yes to literally everything. But now I have the luxury of being selective. And that is not arrogance, that is financial growth. And what that means is you're confident in your pipeline, your pricing, your long-term vision, and your skill set. You're no longer driven purely by scarcity mindset or the fear of missing out. And sign number three is that you can take a few days off without your income collapsing. For me, it used to be really hard to unplug for a weekend, not even to mention a week. I can't even go on holidays. And I thought freelancing was about, freedom, flexibility, but I can't bear watching my bank balance drop if I was to step away. So I'm just constantly in the grind. But now I'm able to go away for a couple of weeks and everything's okay. That means you've built systems, maybe retainers, maybe digital products that create consistency. And consistency is at the heart of everything. You transition yourself from a traditional hustler to finally an official business owner if you've reached this stage. Number four sign is that you know where your money is going. You track your expenses, you know your monthly revenue average, you check your accounts, you're not super stressed every time the word like accounting comes up. You are kind of aware of what it means to pay taxes, and there's a huge learning curve, but financial awareness is really wealth in disguise. And most people don't even look, because when your balance is close to zero, it's a lot better on your sanity to just ignore it. But the more clarity you have, the more control you gain. Sign number five is that you're investing, even if it's small amounts. Around about 1.5 years ago, I started investing for the first time, because when you're self-employed, you also have to pay yourself what we call in Australia superannuation, which is your retirement fund. You have to contribute into it yourself. And putting aside $100 a month into your retirement or into investments like ETFs, that is huge. Maybe it's also buying your first course, upgrading your laptop, whatever it is. You are now thinking long term. And that is a huge sign that you are moving away from survival to sustainability, and from just earning to actually building wealth. Sign number six is that you've stopped comparing your month-to-month income. You finally realize that one quiet month doesn't define your worth. And I know in the beginning it is hard to wrap our heads around it, but now we get to zoom out and start thinking in quarters and years instead of just weeks. Once you're doing this for a little while, you see that there are peaks and troughs, there are those highs and lows, but now you see the bigger picture. And that is understanding the true rhythm of entrepreneurship. And that mindset is everything, because you stop worrying and you start just being able to put yourself in the work in building your business and setting everything up in a way that is sustainable. Sign number 7 is your lifestyle costs haven't ballooned. This is really important to note because you might be earning more now than when you started, but it's really important to not have lifestyle inflation get to the better of you. Lifestyle inflation is when your income grows and so does your expectations for your lifestyle, and suddenly your spending has also doubled as well. If you're able to be satisfied and content with how much you have, how much you're spending, and not really living too much beyond your means and just being content with what you have and settled into that rhythm, that means you have mastered the art of living below your means. And this means you're not chasing this kind of elusive lifestyle, you're creating margin, and that is the secret to actual financial peace. Sign number 8 is you feel a sense of calm around money. I grew up in a way where my parents, they didn't really talk about money unless it was about how tight things were. I went to private school, very grateful for that, but my dad kept on saying, this is really expensive. Like, I don't know if we can keep affording this. And that builds a lot of anxiety around this topic. But once you get to a certain stage in your business where you have that little bit of a buffer and you have that stability, you're not constantly checking your account balance, you're not obsessing over what's next, and there is this quiet confidence knowing that whatever happens, I'll be able to figure it out. And that means you've built trust in yourself, your business, and that is a real wealth of starting your own thing. Sign number 9 is you have goals beyond just making more. Maybe you want to buy your first property or take that break, take that sabbatical, or build something that gives you more joy. Maybe starting a YouTube channel that's not profitable to begin with, or building your own course. Whatever it is, money then becomes a tool, not just a goal, and that transitions you from, seeking to earn more, from financial stress, to actually living a life of financial purpose where it just becomes a tool to fuel your life. Okay, that brings us to number 10, is that you've built a business that supports your life, not the other way around. One of the biggest traps that we fall into as someone who is self-employed is that we seem to tie our self-worth to our work. And in the beginning, we started this business because we want more freedom than ever before than we can with a traditional employer. But then you get so attached from making more to grinding every day. You feel like you can't stop because the income stops. But now you're able to say no to meetings that drain you. If you're able to just, go for a walk in the middle of the day, if you're able to work out of your favorite cafe, if you're able to take Wednesdays off just because you feel like you need that break in the middle of the week, that is when you know that you have really built a business that works around your lifestyle and you've gained more freedom, flexibility, and creative control. And of course, I'm not 100% there, but I certainly resonate with these signs a lot more than I did 4 or 5 years ago. But if you still don't feel quite there yet, that's totally okay, because there is a proven roadmap, which is what I want to do, is invite you to my upcoming 10K month masterclass, where I break down exactly how I went from being kind of unfulfilled, being trapped in a 9-to-5, to becoming self-employed, earning hundreds of dollars per project, to earning thousands of dollars per project, and now consistent 10K a month, which is actually not that hard if you set up a recurring subscription model, turning those one-off projects into recurring monthly retainers. And that's what I'm going to dive into. So if you want to join me, scan the QR code on the left and I would love to see you there. At the end of the day, you don't have to feel wealthy to be doing well financially. It's oftentimes having that abundant mindset, actually celebrating those moments and small wins, that's going to get you further on. And it's building your first month buffer, having a quiet week without panic, saying no to those nightmarish clients that's super cheap and always trying to nag you on the littlest things. That is when you get to really feel the freedom of being self-employed. If you enjoyed this video, I know you're also going to like this one on the left right here. If you enjoy listening on the go, we also have a podcast called A Brand Creator Podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.